Things that must go on the radio from Hell Show.
Things that are bugging you. You can't stand it anymore. You've got to get it off your chest. The best way to do that is send the things that must go to us, radiofromhell at x96.com. Put must go in the subject line, and if we read yours on the air, maybe you'll feel better about it. Maybe sometimes, and we get reports that things magically go away.
I have one right here.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you start?
Oh, well, that's from Kelly of Eagle Mountain. A few weeks ago, I sent bad people getting away with things must go. Well, it worked. All the guilty verdicts for Donald Trump.
Oh, well, yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
34.
We'll take credit for that.
Sure.
I have one of mine quickly, and you guys won't care or understand about this. It's tyranny of soccer.
Yes.
So a few years ago, they changed the rules about how they divide up teams. Used to be if you're in ninth grade, you play with ninth graders, and we're all in ninth grade, and we all play together. They have since changed it to birth year.
Really?
Muhammad's birthday is the end of December.
Oh.
And so he's in a birth year 07. All of his friends are on 08s. And he cannot play on a team with, it's just...
Well, it's time to quit soccer then.
It is a stupid rule.
Gina, rules are rules.
It's stupid.
Rules are rules.
And the soccer parents know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Peterbilt Brian checking in. A few of my things that must go. People who say nice instead of nice.
Nice.
Nice. For some reason, that's really annoying. Also, as a big rig driver and motorcycle rider, I have a lot of driving must-goes. I know you guys don't read those, but two quick things. Big rigs and motorcycles need plenty of room. Don't crowd us, and use your blinker and watch for my blinker. This is from Johnny B. Cutting into what I think are large cloves of garlic, only to find it's just a bunch of little slivers
Yeah.
of garlic cloves.
Hate that.
Makes it really difficult. And finally this. When I tell the McDonald's drive cashier I am just going to have a medium caramel frappe, and they still reply with, anything else? I said just, that's all I want. That's all I want is the coffee.
I'll go next. I've got a couple of my own. First of all, in the men's room, the urinal does not flush very well.
No.
And so often when you walk into the men's room, it reeks of urine.
Yep.
That must go. Also, what must go is looking at your damn phone when you're stopped at a red light, and then you don't look up, and then finally I have to give you a little polite honk so that you'll go. And then finally this one, when you look at your shirt in the mirror, shirt you're going to wear that day, and you say, oh, it's got some little water spots on it. Oh, well, they'll dry out. And then later on, you look at it again, you realize they're not water spots.
Grease.
It's grease.
Oh.
Let's see. This one says, this must go has been giving me a heartache for a while, so please make it go away. Utah foster care rules. I've been trying to register to become a foster mom. I would love to bring a child into my home where I can provide a safe, happy space for them to enjoy their life. I own my home. I have a big garden. I have chickens, a fun backyard with a playhouse and a trampoline. My 8-year-old son has been begging for a brother or sister to go camping, hiking, fishing, etc. I make enough money to provide for a foster child without state assistance. I have extra bedrooms to ensure the child has their own space. The issue is I don't have a piece of paper stating that I am married. My partner, my boyfriend, my soulmate of 10 years, our son's father, we're basically married. He's not going to go anywhere. He lives in the house as he should, and we're a family. The foster care allows single people and married people to foster, which is interesting. Single people and married people. But you would think that they would love to have a child be placed in a home with a dual income rather than a single income. I had a neighbor family who were able to be fostered, which I feel that they shouldn't have been allowed to foster. I won't go into details there, but saying that they were gross is putting it mild. I mean, I don't understand why they were allowed to foster a child and I can't because I'm not married. I just live with someone. Please, please, please make this stupid rule go away so I can provide a happy home for a child in need.
And we just heard a bunch of news stories about how desperate Utah
Yeah.
is for...
Let's see, this says, please don't use my name. I have a few things that are bugging me. I take Front Runner to work, and every night there are 2 or 3 people who get off the train and fly down the platform on their electric scooters and nearly hit everybody else. These people must go. People on public transit who play music, usually stripper rap, on their speakers for everybody to hear. People using their speakerphone on a call or just talking loud on their end. And lastly, I work for a government agency, and there's a large segment of the population that for some reason feels like they have the right to abuse and belittle government employees solely because they work for the government. I'm doing the exact same job I did in the private sector, and the difference between the way people interact with me is night and day. Thanks for letting me listen. Geek Show says, hey, and Gina, you didn't ruin the show. Yeah, just try harder, though. Try harder. And that'll do for now.
All right. This one from Please Don't Use My Name. I work in a large pet store groom shop, and my thing that must go are people that don't tip their bathers/groomers. When you bring in 3 huge dogs, we have to wash them on the ground because they're too big to get into the tub. We get soaked with them. We wrestle with them for an hour each to dry them, brush them, trim their nails. Bathers don't get a commission for this work like groomers do. I'm not even expecting 15 to 20%, but like $3 would let me know that my extra work meant something and at least allow me to buy an energy drink to get ready for the next wrestling match. Let's see, this one... First, let me start by saying kudos to Gina's daughter for sending thank you cards for the graduation gift she received. It shows a lot of class.
Oh, nice.
I didn't get mine.
That brings me to my thing that must go, and that is people not sending thank you cards anymore, or simply sending a thoughtless thank you text. If you have the time to send graduation announcements, also known as requests for cash, take the time to properly thank those who sent a gift or money with a handwritten note or card. This also applies to wedding and shower gifts. Send a thank you card for hell's sake.
Yes.
And finally this, let's see, from Jen. Congratulations to Jonesy.
Thank you.
Creative modeling of clothing. I just want to see the shirt and get a sense of how it might look on me. But when the model is all twisted and hunched over, I can't tell the length of the hemline, the cut of the sleeves, how the fabric hangs.
Yes.
And finally, this one, the fork split on English muffins. Why are these not cut normally, like pretty much every other form of commercially available bread?
Things that must go on the